Hey, everybody, it's Maria from What's the Story with Maria? How's it going? Tonight is Tuesday, May 14th, 2024. Hit that promo, Leo. We're so glad that you could join us tonight. It's going to be a really great show. I can't wait. It's a good energy show. Tonight is a good energy show. So let me see. As Leo always says, our alarm clock has gone off. That's when we're off camera and we're about to start the show. And the alarm clock is Danielle. Danielle is always the first one in. And Danielle Alexandria of Danielle Alexandria Alchemy says, Happy Tuesday, Maria, Leo, and What's the Story with Maria family, and happy almost birthday. Thank you, Danielle. You're so sweet. So yes, my birthday is next week, a week from tonight, Tuesday. So I'm looking forward to it. I always look forward to birthdays. I think birthdays are great, even though, it's a strange age that I'm become. I don't know how it happened, but here I am. Leo, you added Mac Award winner. Great job as always. Danielle, let me tell you, this is why you're amazing, because Leo's so detailed, right? And he sent me the promo on my phone. He always sends me the promo to show me, what he's done, and it's always amazing. And he said, did you notice the little detail change? I said, no. And that's what it was. It was thank you, Danielle. You're amazing. It's the Mac Award winner. Oh my God, my friend Eva has joined us. She is an amazing jewelry designer. Hi, Maria. Oh my God, Irina, at some point we should have you zoom into the show. She is an amazing jewelry designer, just incredible. So we love that our friends join us every week. And Danielle says, very welcome, my friend. Thank you, honey. Lori Towers of radio fame. She is a DJ. She's a bass player. She is a journalist. She's amazing. She's a press agent. Hello, beautiful friend. Same to you, Lori. Lori, I've been loving your posts. Always, always great posts and a lot of great things happening. If you need a publicist, Lori is your girl. She is just off the charts. Peter Feliciano, hola Maria and Leo. Peter Feliciano is a great friend. He's so incredibly handsome, and his wife is so beautiful. They're two of my favorite people, and they are. Peter is a jewelry designer, fine jewelry designer, and he specializes in Latin luxury items. So, Peter, I noticed you had a new version of the coquille, which was. It looks like it's jade. It's fantastic. I love green. Green's my favorite color. So I just loved it. It's so beautiful. And so go and check out Peter Feliciano Designs. Peter Feliciano Fine Jewelry. Oh my God, there he is. He was Peter, every time I see this picture, I laugh. Now, actually, Leo, this his beautiful wife who was Miss January in 2023, I think, right, Leo? Yeah. Oh my God. Woo! I got to cool myself off. Elaine, I told you a million times, my sister, who is a hairdresser, they have kept your picture up in the lounge area because they think you are the most beautiful of all of our calendar people that we have had. We've had 3 years of calendars, and Elaine was Miss January because her birthday's in January. I think she's a New Year baby. Oh my God. So look at who this is. This is our very, very, very straight friend, Paul Filburn. He is from Yorkshire, England. His wife is a great friend of mine. And I met his mother first. I met his mother. She's also from England. And I met her in the States. We have mutual friends. And eventually, during COVID, I was teaching online. And her grandson took my class from England. It was an Express Yourself class. It was a creative class for kids. And that's when I met Paul and his wife, Sally. But Paul is a Gemini like me. So he was like, I want to be in your calendar. We have a calendar every year. And so I said, you pick the month and you could be in it. And there he is showing his buns. You see, there are the buns right there. Yeah. Hamburger buns, that is. Anyway, so that's Paul Filburn. He's so funny, and we really enjoy him. By the way, it's not too early. I do still have calendars, by the way. I have 2024 calendars. I have other years too that are archives if you ever want them. I have a couple of each year left over. But this one, I still have some if you want it. They're only $10. And I know half of the year's gone. Oh my God. There you go. You have them all, Leo. You are so good. Leo is our accidental stage manager. There he is. And Leo, you were in 2022, weren't you?
That's right, I was.
You
August
were
for Leo.
August, right, for Leo, right. Even though you're Sagittarius. But so we, of course, are taking submissions. If you would like to be in our calendar, half of the year is already gone, though, I'll tell you. But if you're someone that has not been in the calendar yet and you'd like to be in it, just let me know and we'll see if your month is available or whatever, and we will work it out. Also, we still, what else? Oh, Leo, maybe next week we'll talk about this, about our,
America video?
yes, our,
Yes.
This Is My America video, which we made a beautiful video last year of a song that I co-wrote with Will T. and Hall. And we're going to make a new version this year. We're going to try to make a new version as many years as we can to get as many families from around the world to represent. So if you are someone that would like to be in our video, just let us know. Leo's going to be putting all that together. He's a genius like that. Okay.
I have a
yes,
very,
sir.
very, very special shout out, and I forgot to mention it pre-show. 58 years ago today,
Yeah.
two people got together to plan how to drive me crazy for 55 years, and they're my parents who got married 58 years ago today on May 14th.
Oh
Leo
my goodness.
Edward and Olivia Rosalia Rodriguez.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
They are 58 years together, 55 years of driving me crazy.
Oh my God, Leo, that's fantastic. That is so great. Happy anniversary to your beautiful parents.
And all those people that say they can't stay married, I have to tell you, my grandparents and my parents, they've done so. Much to their senility, but they've
Speaking
done
of
so.
family members, my cousin Rena Cunali-Bergi from Massachusetts has joined us.
Hi, weather girl.
That's what Leo calls her. She will tell you that same thing with my family. They tend to stay together. You know, there's one of my favorite movies of all time is called Lovers and Other Strangers. And B. Arthur is one of the people in it. It's just
that's right.
Joseph Bologna, Renee Taylor. It's just a million great. I think Joseph Bologna and Renee Taylor might have written the screenplay. But anyway, there's a part where B. Arthur, who plays the groom's mom, keeps saying, well, you know, this person and this person. I mean, they did this and they're still together. That was the whole punchline. And they're still together. She would talk about these crazy things that happened, but that's the way it was. They're still together. So I love that. Let me see. Wait, Rena says, happy anniversary to Leo's parents. Yes, thank you, Rena.
Thank you.
Rena's so sweet. And my Ziana is so sweet. I talked to her the other day. She's the most wonderful person on earth.
Well, they've
Donna.
got 3 sons, and now they have 3 grandchildren. So
I love that story. And now they have girls. Girls are fun.
They're learning a lot.
Listen, I'm a teacher. I will take a boy any day of the week. Boys, what you see is what you get, basically. Girls, wow. That's a lot. Anyway, whoa. Speaking of girls and speaking of a lot in the best way, Donna Jack Wiley has joined us. Happy anniversary, Leo's parents. Donna Jack Wiley is my friend. She is also Kenny Green's mom. And if you know Kenny Green, you try to catch him. Just try to catch him. The guy last night he was at Marie's Crisis playing, or the night before, and now he's already off and directing something. He's just always doing something. He's directed so many shows.
Can't tie down them shooting stars.
He's amazing. And I'm a huge fan of his. I love him, but I love him. I'm a huge fan of his heart. He's a beautiful guy. And Donna Jack Wiley, you did good, honey. That's his mom. Happy Mother's Day, by the way, to all our beautiful mothers, including Donna Jack, including your mom. And here's, speaking of moms, Kenny Holcomb, his mother, Peggy, he is puts on the Peggyism of the day sometimes and funny things that she says. She's in Tennessee, so shout out to your mom and all the beautiful moms out there. Lori, I loved your post about your mom and your mother-in-law. Gorgeous. I'll be there Thursday. You'll be in New York Thursday? Oh my God. Are you going to be here Friday as well? Because I'm at Brandy's. I would love to see you, Donna Jack. Oh my God. All right. Anyway, we have a very special guest tonight. This is a performer that I saw. I had the privilege of seeing in White Girl in Danger, which happened a few months back. And a couple of my friends were in it. Tara Connor-Jones was in it. And behind you, oh, look at your little kitty is behind you. That's so cute. And Liz Lark Brown was in it. And I heard a rumor that the cast recording came out like a week ago or something like that. So I'm really excited. And I was just thinking about that. And then we heard a rumor that, I mean, this performer blew me away in White Girl in Danger. Blew me away. And I was talking to my friend Elliot Roth, who we worked together at Brandy's. I said, oh my God, do you know who blew me away in White Girl in Danger? The guy who played and he's like, that's my friend James Jackson. He played the janitor and he had like this amazing, amazing role. And we are so lucky because he is joining us tonight and we're going to get to talk to him about all kinds of stuff. Hi, Liz Goldenberg. She's just joined us. She's landed in Chicago, had to listen. Oh, Donna Jack, no, Pennsylvania to see Kenny. Oh, good. Okay. And please tell him that I love him. He's magnificent. All right. So, Leo, without further ado, shall we please bring our friend James in?
My drum connection, yes.
Your what connection?
The drum connection. That's the reason I chose the photo from the drum show, is because that's where you saw Broken Moments when we did it for the festival, for the Fringe Festival. And when I saw that James had drum on there, I'm like, it's a sign. Yeah. We're going to be friends forever.
Wow.
Well, first of all, James, welcome to our show, honey.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
So glad to have you.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
And I just found out right before the show that you're a Libra, which is amazing.
I am.
It's one of my favorite signs. I have a lot of Libra friends.
I think we're good people.
Yes, you are good people. And you're very, very charismatic.
We try, I think.
Yeah.
And I've never met before I say it, I had to check, but I don't think I've ever met a Libra I didn't like.
I'm sure they're out there.
There's got to be someone.
There's got to be someone. But they're really cool. They're really cool people. And they add a lot. And the ones that I know tend to be very, very talented. So, yeah, I think so too, right?
I was saying, like, the one thing that we have the reputation of is that we can't make a decision.
Yeah, we talked about that.
And I don't think it's that. Like, that's the reputation. But I think the thing is, we just try to balance out the room. So,
what do you mean by that? So,
like, whatever energy the room needs, or we're so aware of what's maybe lacking in the air or something. So we're like, oh, I can fill that in.
Now, my girlfriend's a Libra too. Are you someone that looks at aesthetics and is someone that has to have everything kind of look a certain way?
No, it's not even it's an energy. So, because some mess is relative. So, like, your house could be a mess, your apartment could be a mess, whatever. But it's an energy thing. So if the energy is off, I'm super aware of that.
Wow, that's interesting. Were you like that as a kid too?
Maybe.
Or did that come later on?
I think I was. No, I think I definitely was that. I was an only child, so I was playing with the adults more.
Yeah.
You know, like playing Scrabble with my mom and dad, and like playing gin rummy and all those things at like 5 years old.
Right.
So I think I was aware of what the adults were doing, and I just was like, oh, I can match that. Let me try to match.
You know, I do find that only children are kind of a little more advanced because of exactly that. They get a lot of that individual kind of attention, right?
But we're weird in other ways. Like, I don't know how to like be silly. because I think we missed out on some kid things.
Well, maybe the sibling thing where you pick on each
Oh,
other.
yeah.
Yeah, siblings pick on each other a lot,
Yeah.
especially brothers. Oh my God, it's ruthless. So, James, were you always someone that, as a child, were you always interested in the arts, or how did that come to be?
So my mother played the piano. She was like a child piano prodigy.
Wow.
So the fact that she could play, I just wanted to do everything she could do.
Oh,
So she played the piano. She played when she was a kid, and her mother in North Carolina like farmed her out to all of the churches in the
oh,
South.
sure.
So she was
Yep.
this child prodigy who could play Beethoven and like lead the choir.
Oh my
Um,
God.
and then she, went to grad school up in Boston and had me, but she could still play the piano. So I was just amazed by that.
Are you
So
but did you grow up in Boston?
I did.
So did I.
South Shore
Oh
from
my
Randall.
God. From the North End, and then we moved out to Somerville, right near
Okay.
Tufts.
Okay.
Yeah, and Stoneham. So, you're a Massachusetts person.
Yes.
I
I
love
was
that.
there until I was 26, I think.
And your mom played music out there?
She only played when she was a kid in North Carolina, and she went to grad school in Boston. She was studying biology, and she became a scientist, like randomly.
She's not too smart, is she?
Yeah.
What?
Like that was the
Wow.
insane journey there. So like whatever she could do, I wanted to do. So she cooked like my grandmother. She cooked like a scientist. So it was just like, oh, I don't need a recipe. It's a little bit of this, a little bit of this. So I wanted to do that, and I wanted to play the piano because she knew how to make noise come out of that box.
Right.
So I being an only child too, I would put on little shows for the family.
Yeah.
I would like charge admission to my parents.
Good for you.
Things like that. So I just kind of wanted to do whatever she did. So
I
I
love
always
that.
blamed her for the whole thing.
I love that. You looked up to her. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, I think moms are the greatest people on
Yeah.
earth. And, we just came off of Mother's Day, so it's so special. Speaking of moms, my best friend is here, and she's an amazing mom, Lynn Portis, who you would love. She's an
Okay.
incredible musical director and songwriter and just amazing person.
Oh.
So she's joined us, and I'm sure she's loving this. Kenny Holcomb, he's in Tennessee now. He's an amazing singer, says, I saw James's show last year at Chelsea Table, and it was amazing with special guest Amy Lynn Hamblin.
Yes.
And they were delicious together.
Thank you.
So now you did a show at Chelsea Table and Stage last year.
Yeah. It's like a little over a year ago.
And you got a show coming up now at PANGEA, right?
Yeah. June 1st and 2nd, which I don't know. I don't know why I feel weird about it. I feel like it's been so long.
Yeah. I can, know what it is, I think about, I don't know, everybody's got their stuff, but I think Cabaret, because you were in Strange Loop.
Yeah. It's been a busy couple years.
Yeah. And you were in White Girl in Danger, which I just loved you in. Oh my God, I loved you in it. You were so good.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I loved you. I wanted to just jump out and hug you and tell you how brilliant and great. You were so centered in your character. I completely 100,000% believed everything you said.
Oh,
so thank you for that theater experience.
No, that means a lot. Thank you.
The thing about Cabaret that I find is that it's so very intimate.
Yeah.
That it can be very scary. You're so close to everybody.
I've done it so long. I love that. That's the thing I love.
Yeah.
I love, singing a song or telling a story and hearing someone order a drink at the same time, or then hearing that you got the drink order wrong.
Right.
I want to smell French fries in the air. Like I want the whole thing. I think that's so amazing. If you're trying to get everyone to pay attention at the same time, like who cares? Like that's so not important to me. Right. I think it's so amazing. Those moments when you do all collectively as a room breathe or laugh or cry or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think the minute I started doing anything theater wise, this was always kind of on the side. Oh my God, there's this other thing. Because theater is like, I'm presenting something to you.
Right.
That it's a controlled environment. But I think when I started doing the cabaret thing, for sure, it made me like really aware of the audience and how to like really hone in on them. So I bring the cabaret stuff into the theater world.
Oh, yes.
I'm the nosy one. I will miss a cue because I'm watching the audience because it's so
Yeah.
cool to me. I like watching people receive something. I think that's
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely, and have that experience, and I love being in an audience and just and feeling. I know what I feel, but also same thing. Like there's this circle that's happening of
Yeah.
energy. You know,
Yeah.
we're all having the same experience at the same time, but
Yeah.
it's
Isn't that
personal.
so
You're
beautiful?
right. Not written by someone, not just someone else's words that you're
Right.
reciting. You know,
Right. Or I never
um,
heard it put that way. Like
yeah,
isn't that
that's
that's
this
the
person's
coolest thing.
experience that
Yeah.
they're sharing with you, and we're
Yeah.
all like privy to it, but we're
I think
having it together.
there is no holier experience than that. Like it's holy. It is very special to me. Um, it is. I've never been a church person, but that is kind of my church.
I couldn't agree more. I
Yeah. So
couldn't agree
I
more.
miss that I haven't done it in over a year. So
Yeah. So
I'm
now, would you fancy yourself a storyteller with songs?
definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
I like lyrics. I like stories. I like a character. Or you know what? No, maybe it's not even a character. I just like to find myself in something.
Yes.
Um, because all the music that, in college, I was like number one lesbian. I was like, I was in the Berkshires in Western Massachusetts with the poncho and the Birkenstocks with socks and like
I
it
love
was
that.
all Ani DeFranco and Indigo Girls and Tori Amos and like that was my world and
I
like
love that.
but then I would like go home and talk to like cousins or family members and they were like, what the hell are you listening to? And it was mixed with my mom who loved like Nina Simone and Aretha
Oh,
Franklin and
sure.
Night, but she could also play Beethoven. So, and I was studying opera at the time too. So it was this mix
Really?
of I was just this freak, but I loved finding stories inside of all of those things. So opera to
Right.
me, it's all the big dramatic stories in opera.
Oh, my total drama.
Yeah, or like German song cycles by Schubert. I was like, oh, I got this.
But isn't that
Heartbreak.
amazing that a kid like that would just
Yeah,
would
yeah.
connect with. See, that's why the arts to me, like when you talked about like this is my church, I
Mhm.
believe that there is something bigger than us.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
something so much bigger than us,
yeah,
and that we connect to it with the arts. Like
yeah,
I believe every human on this planet wants to connect to a higher something,
yeah.
right?
I
And
think it's the most beautiful and simplest thing, and I think it's the most natural thing to want. So in those spaces, and I'm sure it happens in huge, 2,000 seat theaters too,
mm,
but I think in these cabaret spaces, in these dark, tiny rooms, you do get to like collectively together, or
right,
or exhale together.
right.
And I think when that happens, oh
You know what I think it is, James? Like when you were just describing it in a 2,000 seat theater, even a 700 seat
yeah,
theater, right?
yeah,
You, as a performer, I would imagine, and I'm a performer, so
hmm
I would imagine that we have to create, like they call it the fourth wall, right?
right,
We have to create that
right,
in order to stay grounded,
hmm
in order to stay focused,
yeah,
right? So you're getting like kind of there's a wall there, and so there's a wall around you as well. And
yeah.
in cabaret, it's just a
You,
flow, right?
yeah,
So
it's
you're
just a flow.
getting the real person.
But I do always wonder how much of that, and I was teaching a lot this semester of like college kids, and I always am so curious about how much of yourself you can put into Shakespeare or Tennessee Williams or whatever.
Right,
I think a great jumping off place is how much of you can you put into the character. Um,
right.
and you can find so much out about yourself, about these characters, about different time periods, about other people and other cultures. Um,
Absolutely.
if you start with yourself, so it shows us there's this link in all of us. There is some
Right.
weird. There's got to be someone playing like a mean game of chess or something with all of us down here
Oh,
on the planet.
completely.
It's
I
so thrilling.
completely agree.
So I think
And
these small spaces like allow for that. That just and it warms my heart.
yeah, those like magical moments that will never happen again. And
No.
and And yet there was a crowd there that saw it. We all,
Right, right,
experienced it at the
right.
same time.
And also
Let
that
me
doesn't happen like nowadays too with technology and the TikTok and the stuff. And I sound so old, but
No, but it's
that
true.
level of intimacy doesn't happen as much.
And you know what else it is with TikTok and all that stuff, which I'm all
I,
for it.
I
I
get
think
it. Yeah.
performance is performance.
Yeah.
However, you can edit it, you can polish it, you can
Yeah.
redo it, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is with theater and with cabaret, it's happening in the moment,
Yeah.
and it's just it is as pure can get.
Right. I want the flaws. I want all of it because that's life.
Yeah,
Real life has mistakes. It has
right,
potholes. You're gonna like breathe wrong and choke at some point. You're gonna
right.
start to cry with something you didn't even realize you were gonna start to cry.
That's what it
You
is.
know, like it's all. I've never felt more that energy thing, the Libra thing of like the oh, got to balance that out. I've
Yeah.
never been more in tune with it than when I am on stage. I'm simultaneously trying to like balance out the room, and I feel completely free of like that wall and its boundaries and all of that. I'm so open and aware at the same time. And it's this really amazing balance that I
Well,
think only someone on stage can get.
Yeah, but I was gonna say also it's probably only something a Libra could do because you just said open and aware. But
Yeah.
sometimes when people are aware, they get distracted.
They can't, right.
They
It's hard to do.
Yeah.
It's really hard
That's
to do.
why I know I keep saying it, but you're such an incredible performer. And I can't say this enough. Now, James's show is at PANGEA, which is on
Yes.
2nd Avenue and 11th around
That
there.
sounds right.
Yeah, it's about there.
I'll say
And
11th.
yeah, I think it's around there. I've been there. And it is, let's tell them the dates again, James.
June 1st and June 2nd. Saturday,
she
June
said.
1st and Sunday, June 2nd.
And Saturday at 9:30, right?
Saturday's 9:30 and Sundays at 7.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And you know what's nice about that area? It's a beautiful area. You're in the Lower East Side. You have Little Ukraine is right there.
Yep.
And there are lots of amazing restaurants that you can go and check out and get, and then PANGEA has food as well.
Very
and it's
good.
just a nice, very, very good food. It's a really nice place to be and see a show and experience a show, I should say.
Yeah, there's something. We went to see, my partner and I, last Pride, we went to see Flotilla de Barge.
Yeah, sure.
I think on the Sunday of Pride at PANGEA. And we were like, this is the best thing to do on Pride.
Right.
It's so intimate. It's so just welcoming. You feel like you're walking into a living room.
Yes, exactly.
You just feel at home.
And it's a nice little square of a room that
Yeah.
kind of contains you and almost like it's not, it's not I don't feel stuck there. I just feel like, oh, this is nice. I like this.
So I've never performed there, and I'm like, I don't know why I'm like that. The one thing that makes me slightly nervous of like, oh, I haven't been on that stage before. I'll get over it in 5 minutes. But
Yeah.
but
Wow.
I started doing cabaret down in the East Village. So this
You
is
did?
yeah. The very first show I ever did was at Drum, and then I did a whole bunch of shows there. But my very first show ever was at Drum.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
and
like-
that's where Leo did his show a couple years back, Fringe Festival.
Drum used to be, when I first got to New York, it was a gay nightclub called Opaline.
Okay.
And their thing was, actually, no, it wasn't gay. It was just a dance club, which doesn't exist anymore, kids. There used to be the thing where you could just go out dancing.
I know.
And at midnight or 1 a.m., I can't remember, they would just play for 10 minutes straight the original version of Whitney Houston's I Want to Dance with Somebody. It was not a remix. It was not like a techno anything. Just the original cut of I Want to Dance with Somebody on a loop for 10 straight minutes.
Wow.
So wherever you were in the city, people would get in cabs and go immediately down to Opaline and just dance it out real hard to Whitney and then go about their day or go home or whatever.
I love that. Is such a New York story, isn't it?
Yeah. So when I got to do my first show there, I was like, wait, I think I danced on that box over there on that speaker.
Isn't that crazy?
Years before.
How long have you been in New York?
I got here 2002.
Okay.
Yeah, so a little while.
22 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's a considerable amount of
I
time.
guess I'm official now.
Yeah, totally official. Now let's
How long
take
have you been here?
I've been here 30 since 1990.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, 34 years.
Wow.
34 years, yeah. It flies by though.
Right?
It
I
flies
think it's just
by.
later that day.
Yeah.
Like it's
You
still
know
I can
why?
remember the things.
Because New York is so amazing, even in the hard times, even in the really broke
Mhm.
times. New
Yeah.
York is so incredible that
Yeah.
every day is exciting. Like I have never regretted my decision to
No,
be here and stay here ever,
no. And you run into people too.
all the time.
That's something that people in other parts of the country don't get. Like you do actually run into people in New York City.
Oh yeah.
We went to see a show. We went to see Dead Outlaw right before it closed, and it was so good. And it was their closing, maybe even performance, but definitely the closing weekend. And my partner and I went. We just like got seats in the back of the orchestra and sat down. And right behind us, a friend of mine that I hadn't seen in like 3 years just happened to decide to come with her son, and we were like, "What?"
I know. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, one time I went to see, I'll think of it in a minute, it was something on Broadway. Maybe it was uh it might have been Funny Girl or something.
Yeah,
And I sat down and next to me sat a very, very tall man, like
yeah.
extremely tall, and he said, "Oh, I picked these seats because my legs are long and so I have
Hmm.
to." When we just started up a conversation, which
Yeah,
my girlfriend always says, "Oh my God, do you have to talk to everybody?"
that's
But
my partner.
I know.
Someone has to be the person.
Someone has to be that person. So I strike up this conversation with this person. Within 5 minutes, we realized we had so much. He was from Massachusetts. Also, one of his friends was my boss at the time at
Oh my God.
a place that I taught school.
Wow.
I wasn't there any longer after the pandemic. I'm still on the roster, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
And so they were doing this huge show. I said, "Wait a minute, are you in the big show?" He said, "Yeah, I'm in Matilda." So
Wow.
we literally FaceTimed my boss like before the show started. She was like,
That's hysterical.
"How do you two know each other?" I said,
Right.
We just met."
We happen to be sitting next to each
Yeah,
other.
but think about, like you just said, that synchronicity in a
Yeah.
giant theater.
Like that's how you know.
Yeah,
There's something. There's
yeah,
something.
yeah. It's
Because
crazy.
that just wouldn't happen.
Right. And
You
where you would
know?
just start talking to someone and then you'd be like, "Oh, you know, oh really? Oh, you're an actor?
Right.
What do you do?" "I do
So
that." "Oh, you
when that
do?"
stuff happens, I think you're supposed to pay attention to it. I don't know why or for what and what you're supposed to do with
Absolutely.
it, but you have to like dog ear that. Make
Yeah.
a mental note.
You know,
Yeah.
there's a saying that I absolutely love that says, "Coincidence is God's way of staying anonymous."
Mm.
And I
Yeah,
love
right?
that.
I'm just
Yeah.
over here. Wasn't here.
Yeah, yeah, just,
Just letting you know.
whatever, like you just said, pay attention.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a second because we have
Okay.
people that have commented and we wanna acknowledge them, and, let me see. So, Rick Sudi Caritas says, "Hi, Maria and Leo. I just got to Florida, headed to New York Friday night for the film festival on Sunday,
Oh.
which is so exciting." His a piece that he wrote is in the film festival. So, actually, why don't you post that information, Rick? And that way, if people want to go to the film festival, they can. Lynn Portis says,
No
"I
such
love the
thing.
lessons in chemistry." Yeah, that is really cool. And Julie Angelina, who's actually watching us from Australia. How crazy is that?
I love that.
Yes, she's an amazing chef and a beautiful Italian that lives in Australia, and is so
Ooh.
funny. So, Julie, we have to talk off. We'll have to connect. I want to zoom you into the show someday. And she's magnificent. John Pietero, who's a disc jockey, a radio personality, a music journalist, a drummer,
Okay.
and Mr. 802 says the arts are liberation of the voice. Yes,
Mm.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Lynn can't wait to hear you, James. She knows Pangea.
Oh
Uh,
yay.
all right. And Lori says Pangea was labeled the new Maxes by New York
Oh,
Times. I love that.
I love that.
Um, yeah. Gotta go. I'll get on with my day. It says Julie. Julie, thank you for checking in with us. We love you. And yeah, Julie's really cool.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would be coming home from the duplex or one of my night places that I work at 4 in the morning, and Julie would pop on because they're ahead, I think, by 6 hours. So,
Yeah.
okay. Danielle says no such thing as coincidences, and she's a psychic.
Okay.
She's
I'll
a
take that.
bona fide psychic.
Yes.
So, all right, James. Now, so we have the show coming up. Well, I do want to talk a little bit about you were in Strange Loop.
Yes.
which won the Tony.
Yeah, and a Pulitzer Prize.
And a Pulitzer
Like,
Prize.
That's insane.
I love
right?
Strange Loop. I
Thank
thought
you.
it was so brilliant, understated,
Yeah.
brilliant, and it stayed with me. It
Yeah.
stayed with me.
Isn't that what theater should do? Or like all of this stuff?
Yes,
That's what it should do.
absolutely.
You know, I just went to see the first regional theater production of it in Boston
Oh,
at
wow.
Speakeasy Stage down in the South End.
Wow.
It was last weekend I went, and it was sort of the first production that was just someone bought the rights to do the show.
Right.
And it blew my mind because
I
this was
know.
something I worked on for 13 years.
So you did the workshop of it.
I did it
all of
from
it. All of it.
Michael R. Jackson in his apartment with some notes on a clipboard.
Oh my God.
So from like, I have this idea all the way through every person saying, no, you can't do this. It's too Black. It's too gay. You can't talk about those things. This can't be a musical. All of those things.
I loved it.
Through Off-Broadway, and we were like, all right, that's it. It's done.
Yeah.
Through winning a Pulitzer Prize Off-Broadway. In a pandemic, I always say, like, in a Pulitzer Prize, we get an email that the show won a Pulitzer Prize in the pandemic.
My God. Yeah, it was so good.
So then going out of town to Washington, D.C., where we're like, how are people going to handle this? They loved it. Yeah. And then going to Broadway, of all places, where they told us we would never go. Right. And I always say we went to Broadway and we took their things. Like, we won the things.
Yeah.
Like,
that was a really big
deal.
Make
any sense. And we met the most amazing people. Like, to meet like Michelle Obama, to meet.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
We met the ones that always stick with me, of course, Michelle Obama, because she made it a point to hug every single person in not just the cast.
Of course she did. Of course
every person in the company. So like God. Every crew person, every stage man, like, and she felt like the most amazing and most expensive lotion ever. So I always remember that.
Yeah.
There's this picture of all of us meeting her while we were standing in a circle, and she's just walking around hugging everybody, and all of us are holding our hearts while we're waiting for her to come to us. Wow. Her and the other one that I will never forget is Bette Midler. She sat in like the third row center, and I'm so damn nosy. I'm just watching the whole time. I'm like, my friend Amy Lynn, who sang with me last year, she was sitting next to Bette Midler. And Amy and I, we've been friends for so long, we can have a conversation with our eyes. Yeah. And she's eyeballing me. I'm sitting next to Bette Midler. Oh, and I wanted to be like, bitch, I know who you're sitting next to. Right. I'm looking at her. But Bette came up to us after the show. She came up on stage to hang out with us. And she was like, I can't believe, and through tears, she was like, every single person who made me who I am, like the Bette Midler, the divine Miss M, every single person who made my costumes, did my hair, was my confidant, my everything, they are all gone.
Really?
And I never thought that I would see their life stories in a musical.
Oh my God, that is, wow.
And it was like, we were like, oh, that's right. Like, this story is so, people never thought that they would see something like this.
Wow.
And that's so powerful. Just when I went to see the show, it like gives me the chills still. When I went to see it last week in Boston, I sat in the audience for the first time. I've never seen the show. So I sat and watched the show, and the lights come up and they were going to take me backstage to meet the cast. But there were 3 or 4 guys in the audience, older Black men who couldn't leave their seats because they were crying.
Oh my
They were
God.
so moved and so emotional. The house lights had come up. Whoa. The show was the theater was empty, and I said, no, I can't not be here for them. So I went and sat with a bunch of them, and I was like, and one of them, I did, because I was like, I know what you're feeling. And I went back to meet the cast afterwards, and I was like, I'm so sorry I was late to getting back here, but I was in the audience, and you should know there are people still in the audience unable to leave.
Oh my God.
They're so emotional because of what you all did, and you are the next ones.
James, guess what? So I have to interrupt you because guess who's popped in? Tara Connor Jones says, hey, Maria. Hey, my James Jackson.
Hi, Miss Thing.
She's doing Strange Loop right now.
She's doing the West Coast version. Yeah.
Tara, you know I love you to pieces.
To pieces.
How can you not? Well, I'll tell you, how can you not love Tara Connor Jones?
Right.
But she is She packs a punch. She is
Oh,
a
yeah.
powerhouse.
A force of nature.
Yes, that's a great way to put it. Tara, break a leg, honey. I'm so
Yes.
proud of you, and I love you. Tara's been on the show, and she's been to my house. I've cooked for Tara.
Oh, yay.
I love you all too.
She's a lovely, lovely human being.
She really is. And so let's talk about the next show that I saw you and Tara in.
White Girl in Danger.
Which, even when you say it, I can't stop laughing. It's
but we got
such a funny show.
As soon as you say the title, you're like, okay, I get it. You know, it was about whose story gets to be in the center all the time.
Right. But it was based on soap operas.
Which I love. Did you watch soap operas?
You know, my mom did. She loved them, so I would like hang out with my mom. But I wasn't like a soap opera junkie or anything. But I knew all the characters. And you know who's been on our show? Who's actually lovely? Louise Sorrell. Yes. She's amazing. Actually, Lori Towers, who's my good friend, is her publicist.
So what were your shows? What was your channel?
I would have to say General Hospital.
You were General Hospital.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
everyone had a gateway drug. Everyone had a gateway relative. You know, my grandmother in North Carolina watched them. And I remember watching them when I was little, but I didn't know how to work the phone. So I would have my mother call my grandmother so I could talk to her about, do you know what happened on As the World Turns today?
Right. And Days of Our Lives. That was the big
that was college for me.
Yeah.
I remember scheduling classes, I think my junior year, around Days of Our Lives, because
Leo too.
Marlena was possessed by Satan. And it was the OJ trial. So you could only you knew, oh, well, it's not going to be on today, so I can go to class. But it'll be on tomorrow. So I'm sorry, I can't. I'm not feeling well.
My God. That's hysterical.
All because Marlena was possessed by the devil.
Marlena. Oh, my God. We need to do a get-together with my Louise. Yes, we do need to do a get-together. Louise is intense and fabulous. Really? She's fantastic.
Well, if you think about the history, like that kind of the work ethic, like
oh my God,
here's 20 new pages of a script.
Yep,
we're filming in 20 minutes. Figure it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you after the show. I'm gonna send you the Louise show so you can watch it. She's amazing. Leo, did you want to say something, honey? You
what soap opera combo? I just thought, I'm gonna throw my hat in with that. I was All My Children was a gateway for me into One Life to Live.
Okay.
And then One Life to Live won over, and that was the one that I watched. So I was in the audition class like the week before they canceled it.
Shut up.
I was so mad.
So wait, One Life to Live was
Erica and her
Judith Light.
Early on, yeah.
Judith Light. There's a courtroom scene that made Judith Light who she is. So Liz Lark Brown, the mom that she plays in White Girl in Danger.
Right.
There's a courtroom scene in White Girl in Danger that's sort of loosely based on that Judith Light breakdown that she has. I watched that YouTube clip of her having that breakdown, and it happened over the course of like 2 weeks in real time on the episode, because they would show like 3 or 4 minutes and then cut to another scene, and it took about 2 weeks for her to get this entire scene out where this mild-mannered housewife, Judith Light, just hi.
Hey, I'm sorry. I was waiting in the wings. All I heard was breakdown. I thought that was maybe my cue.
We wanted to surprise you, James, and bring in Elliot.
Hi.
I just wanted to over-promote again. I'm at PANGEA in the room that you will be seeing James Jackson.
Oh.
Wow,
right here. Here's a little preview where you're going to see him.
Love it.
And hi from PANGEA. How's Elliot?
This is Elliot Roth. He is our mutual friend, but he is also James's musical director for the show.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And for several years.
I know you can't stay on because you're many years. Okay, good to know. You have to go back to work. I know that.
Yeah, I'm here with Karen Mack, but I wanted to surprise James and say hello and say how excited I am for this show. I'm calling it I hesitate, but I almost said to James, I called it our the Lisa Fisher set, because it is the most beautiful.
It's an interesting
eclectic mix of soul and folk, and it's just. And as long as I've known you, James, this set really feels like it's a culmination of who you are, who you've become, and it's just I'm really thrilled. I'm not. Yeah, really. It's an incredible set. So.
Oh, thank you.
It's gonna be beautiful, Elliot.
I'm
I
excited.
know
I'm
it.
very excited.
Yeah, and Elliot is magnificent. I mean,
Oh, well,
we
let's do
love
this
you,
together.
Elliot.
But thank you.
This whole thing.
We love you, Elliot. Thank
I
you for
love you
taking
too. I
this
cannot
time,
wait
honey.
to watch this on my way home tonight. And hi,
Okay.
James. Congrats,
Hi.
James. Hi,
Tell
Maria. Hi,
Karen I
Leo.
said
And
hello.
are you going to be at Pangea tonight? So with
Yes,
Karen, right?
we're headed to set 2 right now. So
Okay.
I'll tell her
we
you guys
love
said
you.
hi.
All right, honey.
Great to
Thank
see
you
you.
for taking the
Talk
time.
soon. Bye.
Aw.
Bye, handsome.
Oh, yay.
Oh, I
That was
love
so
him so
nice.
much. We work together at Brandy's, and
He's lovely.
oh my God, and he's so talented.
Yeah.
So when you get to sing with him, you feel
You're
like
like,
there's
what?
literally wind blowing behind you.
Yeah.
Musical wind.
He
You're like,
literally, I always will say that he plays all 88 of those keys.
that's a great way
You know
to
what I
put
mean?
it.
Like there is not an
Yeah.
unused key.
Oh my God, I love that.
But it's my favorite thing. He has played, it's got to be 12 or 13 years now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That long, huh?
It's been that long. Yeah.
Wow. So
Yeah.
James, can you give us like you don't have to give it away, but can you give us a little preview? Like what is 1 or 2 songs that you do? Can you? Or is that-
Yeah.
I don't want to,
So-
expose.
This is an interesting set list, but it is like kind of a culmination of a lot of things. It's always a mixture of all of those swirls of music that I've always loved.
Right.
So like we're opening the show with Aretha Franklin's Spirit in the Dark,
Oh, I love it.
going into Gloria by Laura Branigan.
Right,
Like
that's
so
great.
like there's some Ray Charles in there. There's some, what else is in there? There was some Indigo Girls, but I just changed it the other day.
Well, you can change your mind as many times as you want, Libra.
Right,
You know that.
Right. But we've done everything. We really have.
that.
Like, it's been an amazing collaboration. There's always an 80s moment. There's always like, I was trying to find what's the new 80s moment going to be. So I think we're going to try some Elton John things.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Because I used to always end the show with a version of We Belong by Pat Benatar.
I love it.
Like, that was just the way we ended the show for years.
Right.
And I was like, what if we tried something new? What are the new things going to be?
Yeah.
So I'm super excited. We've done like, the Muppets even. Patti LaBelle is in there sometimes. Like, Joni Mitchell is always in there.
Of course. I just read, I listen to audiobooks mostly because I drive a lot.
Yeah.
Brandy Carlisle, I listened to her audiobook, and she talked a lot about Joni Mitchell. A lot about Joni
What is
Mitchell.
your Joni album?
I like Court and Spark. That's that's the one I love. Yeah.
I'm such a basic bitch. Like I love
like Blue. Yeah.
Blue. I'm just, because it's so simple.
But that's the one, right? That's the big one. And it is great. I think I think, you know how it is when you're a kid and you listen to something at a certain time in your life, whatever that time is. So you associate it with that time.
Yeah.
But music was my escape.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for you
Joan
too, I'm
Armatrading.
sure. Oh, I
one?
love Joan Armatrading.
Yeah. We're doing Down to Zero.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's a really interesting set, but I think that's part of the joy. Like part of our Elliot and our friendship for years has been like, oh my God, you have to listen to this, and like we text each other.
That's what he does. He does that at
3
work
o'clock
too.
in the morning.
At the end of the night when we're all done and we're just counting our money or whatever we're doing, stocking, he'll say like, oh, I got to put something on. You're gonna love this. Have you ever heard this? And he always goes and does that.
Right. So it's like those are another thing that you're like, oh, ding, 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 like dog ear that. Those are the good people. Those are
absolutely
the good things. Those are the things you're supposed to share.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of sharing, we have to take a moment to do the food section of our show. Because I know. I always cook for the show. And you know why I do it, James? Not just because I love to eat, which is my favorite hobby.
I do too.
Oh my God, I love it. But because I like to stay creative.
Yeah.
If every week I have a creative challenge. So tonight, as I told you before, I didn't want to leave the house because it's my only day off. Though I can just be home. I did laundry and I said, okay, what do I have in that I can just turn into a meal? And this is what I did. I had some delicious roast chicken. and I turned it into. I have to read because I put so much stuff in my food. But
I brought Chauncey in from the wings because he can't miss this either.
Oh my God! Hi, Chauncey. We're doing the food section of the show. Okay, so I did.
Oh my goodness!
Chicken fajitas, and I'm on the keto right now. So I did chicken fajitas on keto-friendly tortillas with roasted red peppers and scallions, lime, citrus. This thing called citrusy garlic from Trader Joe's, which I love.
Okay, yep.
And cumin. And then I put some scallions on there as well.
I love it.
And then there's this new product that I'm crazy about. There's this company called Truff, which uses truffle and everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I love this company. And now they have a new truffle lime jalapeno. So it's unbelievable. I put it on everything. I mean, it's ridiculous what I put it on. I put it on, like the other day I fried meatballs, and instead of putting them in the sauce, I put the truffle on it. It was so good. It was delicious. But anyway, okay, for my salad, I always make a salad. So this is Boss. Yes, thank you.
That is a nice looking salad.
Thank you, James. That means a lot. So this is now, and I didn't even know you were from Boston, and it's Boston lettuce. You see what I mean? No coincidence.
See?
Boston lettuce, hot house cucumbers, brie. I cut up some brie, vine ripe tomatoes, bacon,
Always.
and I know. Right?
Because why is it not in a salad? Like it should
you.
just be in every salad.
Thank you.
I'm glad you didn't say that while Elliot was watching.
I know. Oh, Bacon's the name of his dog. That's his dog.
That's true.
And then a little onion salt. I'm going to put a Sicilian lemon vinegar and Milanese gremolata olive oil.
Okay, wait a minute. Maria, you got some explaining to do. What is you said hot house cucumber? Why is that different from the other one? Do you usually use English, or you go Persian, or you go regular? What is this?
You know what? I mean, no pun intended, because, but I do love cucumbers, right?
Well, what's the difference?
Well, the hot house is bigger. The English cucumber is a little, it's a little fresher. It's a little lighter. It's a lighter taste to it, even though it's the same shape. The hot house cucumber is a little bigger, and it's a little more robust.
Okay.
So it has a little more
It's got a crunch, a crisp to it.
Yes, it does. Okay. But my favorite are the Persian cucumbers because they're mini. I just love them. I love cucumbers. I think, and I always make a cucumber salad, or I make all kinds of things.
My mother used to do that. It was just like cucumbers and a little bit of tomato, salt and pepper, and and then a spoonful of sugar. Apple cider vinegar, salt, pepper, and then like a half a teaspoon of sugar.
I love that. What I do is I use really good vinegars, like that are sweet, like honey ginger or things like that. Yeah, and the Sicilian lemon is a little sweet, so I get that. And this is I'm always looking for keto desserts. This is my keto brownie, which I have to say I'm actually pleasantly surprised. The company is called Ratio. So I give them a good shout out for that, because it's hard to get good keto desserts.
Yeah.
Now, next week, I'm warning everybody, it's my birthday. I'm going off my diet because thank you, James. John Bronson is making me a peanut butter chocolate cake.
Oh my God.
It's a Reese's cup, but it looks like a giant Reese's cup. And he actually turns it into a giant. It's fantastic.
Hey, Maria, we have to say the name of the segment.
Oh, go ahead. Keep eating. That's the name of our segment. And if I don't say it, my cousin Rena gets very upset, and she's right. She's right. Now, James, I want you to meet Chauncey.
Hi, James.
Chauncey.
DJ Chauncey.
I saw A Strange Loop and White Girl and Dangerous. So
yay!
Do you remember James? Wasn't he amazing?
Of course.
Oh my God!
It's nice to meet you.
Likewise.
You will now that you've met, you will run into each other a million times.
Right.
Chauncey's the best DJ in all of New York.
Oh, stop.
I'm a little biased, but I'm right on this one. Now, Chauncey does so many things. You're always traveling, doing Madonna, all these Madonna worship nights that you're DJing and all this great stuff. But the reason I wanted to have Chauncey on tonight was because, you tell everybody why I wanted to have you on tonight.
Okay, well, this Saturday is the 18th annual New York Dance Parade. and I've been a part of the planning of it since the beginning. It started out as a protest to the cabaret laws that Giuliani brought back in. About they were trying to say that dancing wasn't an art form, and social dancing wasn't allowed. So you had to get your cabaret license, et cetera, et cetera. So we wanted to prove that dancing is definitely an art form. Yeah. So it started in 2007. It was a very small parade. It ended in Washington Square Park, but it's grown over the years, and it's basically a parade that starts at 21st and Broadway, goes down south, makes a left near whatchamacallit? Why can't I think? 14th Street, yeah.
Okay.
Union Square, goes past Union Square, then it makes a left on 8th Street, and it finishes in Tompkins Square Park. Kicks off at 1, and there's over 100 different dance styles that are represented, for everything from breakdancing to ballet to Chinese traditional folk dancing to rocking to bongo.
And our friend Lisa Nasley is in the parade. She's a flamenco dancer.
Hi, Ariel. So Ariel Sinclair's here.
Oh my God. Hi, Ariel.
We just saw you last night. And then it finishes in Tompkins Square Park. And from 3 to 7, it's a 4-hour festival featuring performances everywhere. There's a teaching stage. There's an aerial rig set up in the basketball court. There's another DJ playing dance music in the further park, the basketball court. So it's just dance everywhere, like site-specific dancing. Like everywhere you go, there's somebody dancing, doing some sort of dance.
And it's all different kind of dancing.
It's all different, every kind you can possibly imagine. Awesome. And the coolest thing about it for me over the years, well, I'm the commissioner of the dance police, and
tell us what the dance police is.
Back in the day when the cabaret law was being pushed by Giuliani, and afterward, there was a task force from the NYPD called the dance police, and they would show up at bars. If you didn't have a cabaret license, they'd shut you down or they'd give you a fine. So we created for dancing. If 3 or more people were dancing back then, it's crazy.
It's like a weird production of Footloose.
Yes, right. It is. The original cabaret law was a very racist thing to stop up in Harlem the jazz clubs and stop people from dancing. So Giuliani took it, brought it back out because it kind of fizzled to mess with the gays.
Of course he did.
Of course.
Thanks, Rudy.
So it started out racist and then it became homophobic, et cetera, et cetera.
Good old Rudy.
What we do as the dance police is we usually wear tutus, which is really fun. I started that a couple of years ago, and we give out tickets to people who aren't dancing. And we're there to like excite the crowd. And like if you're not dancing, we'll give you a ticket. And the ticket has like coupons for a dance class, or it has like a tickets to our after party, whatever. So it's all in fun, but it literally there's like a list of things like no rhythm, standing still in a dancing zone. It's really rough, yeah. But we get to interact with the crowd that way and all that. We also work as spacers throughout the parade and all that. We're kind of just and we work as the liaisons between the actual New York police and us.
That is awesome.
But it's been an interesting 18 years. I used to, for the first couple of years, I had never seen the parade because I would set up the festival. But the past maybe 8-9 years, I started the parade kickoff and I walked my way down and put everyone in place and all that.
So Chauncey, again, where does it start and where does it end?
Okay, 21st and Broadway. If you follow Dance Parade NYC on Instagram, you'll get all these updates and all the different groups that are in the parade. Danceparade.org is our website. There might be a live stream. I'm not sure. I'm not as part of the planning as much as I used to be the first 10-12 years. But yeah, Dance Parade NYC on all social media platforms. Danceparade.org. And it's really just a wonderful thing because you get to see kids being introduced to dance styles that they would never have been introduced to before.
Yep. Thank you, Leo.
The cool thing is I've actually witnessed some hip hop dancers watching Chinese traditional dancers and kind of
wow,
they're in awe and they're like, wow. And then the other vice versa. And it's really cool to see. It's multicultural. It's beautiful. And
you know what? Once again, the arts bring everybody together.
Yes,
that's
really,
the
really
beauty of this. It doesn't matter what your background is, where you were born, what you grew up with. This is the arts just open up your world and bring you closer. It's just a phenomenon.
Yeah, we're just hoping it doesn't rain on Saturday because last year it rained a lot and it was terrible.
Oh, well, I think it's supposed to be nice from what I hear. This week it's supposed to be pretty good.
Let it be cloudy, but just because all these people from Bolivia and all these different cultures have these exquisite costumes,
Right?
Yeah.
And when it rains, they have to wear like a poncho over it, and it's just like, oh,
I
like
know.
the Bolivian dancers have the most incredible costumes I've ever seen in my entire life.
Really?
And they look
Wow.
like they're so heavy that they must be so tired at the end of the day because they're dancing the entire way down the street.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really wonderful day, and like I try to get as many people as I know to witness it. But it's hard, you know, because people are like, but people see it, they're like, stop, they're like, what is this? You know, they don't
love
know.
it.
And it's been almost 20 years, so we need to. I guess we need
wow.
And it starts at noon, right, Chauncey?
No, it starts at 1. The kickoff is at 1.
Okay. So go and check that out. It's going to put you in the best mood. And even if you just catch a few minutes of it and you're passing by,
just
try to
we
get it.
hang out in Astor Place. We go past there. There's a grandstand in Astor Place where people can pay for tickets to sit and watch the whole parade. They announce
I love it. Beautiful. Okay, so we're almost at the we are at the end of the show.
Yeah.
So I want to remind everybody the danceparade.org. Go and check that out. Get all your information. Chauncey, thank you for joining us, honey.
No, thank you for having me.
You know, I always love having you on. But just follow Chauncey, DJ Chauncey D on Instagram, right?
Yeah. Get to see all the crazy things I do here.
I mean, you do more things than anybody I know. And James Jackson Jr.
Yes, ma'am.
Joined us tonight, and I could not be any happier. James, you are so lovely.
Thank you.
And
so are you.
I feel like we could talk for hours on end.
We need to hang out. We'll make dinner for each other.
Oh my God, I would love that. I would love that. That would be so great. And please, everybody, put it in your books. Give us the dates again.
June 1st and June 2nd, Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
At PANGEA. Saturday, June 1st at 9:30. Sunday, June 2nd at 7 p.m. It's me and Elliot.
Yes, and you. Oh, it's going to be
some really good music.
Elliot is phenomenal, and he was zooming in from the PANGEA, that beautiful back room. It's gorgeous there. So break a leg, James.
Thank you.
And I'm going to do my best to get there.
Yeah.
Do my best to get there. It'll be great. I can't wait. And DJ Chauncey, you know I love you like a brother. We work together at Stonewall, so Monday night. And we're doing this great thing together. June 8th, June 9th. Oh, thank you. It's on a Sunday for Woodstock Pride.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're going to both be out there representing Stonewall. They're doing a Stonewall pop-up.
Yeah, and it's I think it's Woodstock Pride on Instagram, I think. But the cool thing is Maria's going to be singing some songs with the piano.
Yeah, I'll be
and I'm going to be playing I'm going to be playing a whole set of songs that were on the jukebox at Stonewall during the riots.
Wow, it's going to be great. And Greg Schlotthauer is going to be the piano player, the musical director for our piano bar section, and he's phenomenal. So if you're out in the Woodstock area, go
Woodstock NY Pride.
Oh, thank you, Woodstock NY Pride. So if you're out there in Woodstock on June 9th, check that out. We'll be there. And I think the piano bar section is from 5 to 8. And Chauncey, when are you playing? Do you know?
Around the same time, yeah.
Okay. All right. All right, James, thank you so much. We'll have you on a bunch more times.
It's nice meeting you.
Yes.
You should pop in to Stonewall on a Monday and see.
I know. I will.
Be so fun. And I'll see you soon, James. Please, everybody, follow James because everything he does is gorgeous. So I'm going to leave it at that. Leo, thank you for everything you do.
Hi, Leo.
My right-hand man. He's fantastic. And we'll see you again next week. Okay? All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.